family. Let's see if I can get this a little better. My hair is craziness. Let's get that fixed real quick while we get on here. 11 people on already. 6 thumbs up. What's going on? Mims's Garden in the house. I hope you're feeling better, sister. Deb Van Falson, how are you? Consider it joy. How are you? Fairy Tale Creation, Hidden Within Myself. Cecilia Johnson, how are you? Trying to get all this stuff done and get stuff going. I probably should have done this to my head beforehand. There we go. That looks a little better. Didn't realize it was that crazy. The Tinker's wife in the house, She Bear Acre. What's up, brother Ken? Just steading. How are you, Cecilia? Yes, yes. Grammy Karen, what's going on, family? Enriched Refuge. I always get your name wrong, and I'm so sorry. I hope everybody is doing wonderful tonight. Doing pretty good. We've got some furniture finally moved into here. ELYN's got her paint stuff out on the couch already. I'm trying to get this house cleaned up somewhat and straightened up. I wanted to get new furniture for this room, but I guess that's just the way it is. Mims, you don't have to do anything, sweetheart. Get some rest and relax. We know you're not feeling well. I hope everybody is having a wonderful day. We got some good scripture to read tonight. We got a good topic to talk about tonight. We're going to be talking about chickens. Yes, we've talked about chickens before, but we were asked to talk about chickens again by Miss Deb Van. Oh, I can't even say it. Sorry, Deb. Mama Z in the house. What's going on? Central Washington. Tell you about a good time that we had last night. Chickens and scriptures. You got to love it. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? Mind blowing. We're going to have some fun with this. My chickens love me. Mims, everybody loves you. Everybody. And anyone that can name every chicken that they have, and remember their name of every chicken they have, it's a little crazy. Guys, I've been having a pretty good day. We've been rocking and rolling. Ken likes chickens. Debbie Village, how are you? So we are just having some fun. Farming our backyard. How are you doing? Oh, I'm a little tired. We had a long day yesterday and a long day today, and I'll tell you about that in a few minutes. To Bend Homestead, hello. Strong enough to bend. Homestead. My brain is not working in a complete coherent fashion right now. Have you guys ever had these Minute Maid peach drinks? They are really good. Everything tastes like chicken, but chicken is best. Absolutely. Parts of turtle taste like chicken. Moon Farm, I got your message today. I need to text you. I just completely forgot. So glad to hear that information. Wolfie's Nation, how are you? Let's see. Let everybody get on here. Scripture we're going to be reading tonight is going to be Romans 10, chapter 10. We're going to read the entire chapter. The request was to do just verse 9 through 10. And Melissa Lieber is the one that suggested doing chickens. Deb actually is the one that did the scripture. So let's see. Yep. Mims, you're on point even when you're sick. I didn't message you today. I figured I'd let you rest. We didn't do a whole lot of anything today. I boiled off about 4 dozen eggs and made sriracha pickled eggs today. So they should have a little bit of a kick to them, be really good. I'm telling you, my vinegar in the farm fresh eggs to not get them to sick and break apart is the key, guys. If you've not watched that video, I suggest you go back and check that out. Let's see. Grammy Karen, Single Dad Homestead, loves to get. Oh, yeah. We do love to get packages. ELYN loves to do that. There comes Ken with the hammer. We may have to use the hammer tonight a little bit. Did you video it? I already have a video on that, Cecilia. If you go back and look at I think it's called Egg Hacks, is the name of the actual video. But it is, I'm going to turn that a little bit so I can sit at an angle. It is actually, you just add, for every dozen eggs, add 2 tablespoons of vinegar. And you don't have to exceed more than a quarter of a cup for as many as you want. Then boil your eggs for about 30 minutes. Go a little longer on fresh eggs. And then if you'll take the egg toward the pointy side of the egg, and I don't say this on the other video, but I'm telling you now, if you take the egg where the pointy side of the egg is, and you'll tap it, boom, and bust the tip of the egg, what it does is it shakes that egg after you've cooled it down, and it breaks that membrane, and that's what the vinegar is for, is to help break that down. And then you peel it, and peel in one direction, and keep your hands wet, peel them underwater, and you'll feel it be real slick. If it's real sticky and rubbery like, that membrane hasn't broken. You'll have to go to the top and peel that little membrane back. But I had no eggs get messed up today, so it's pretty good. The past 3 days have been rough as far as fatigue and coughing. Doing good right this minute, though. Got to tend to mom for a minute. Go do what you have to do, Mims. Let's see. Have to see what's going on. Need to find my pillow real quick and put it in this chair. It's right beside me. Much better. Feels better. How's the lighting, guys? Does the lighting look okay tonight? I've got the lights set up a little bit different because I figured I was going to get too much glare from the big door behind me the way we're set up. Farming our backyard, I'm telling you, vinegar, vinegar, vinegar. It doesn't matter even if you're using one of the steamer egg things that you put all the eggs in and steam them. Put vinegar in the water that you're steaming them with, and it works. How's life on the mountain been? We've been really good, guys. I have a vlog that I recorded today. I'm gonna upload after we get off, because all I gotta do is put it on and get it there, so it'll be ready tomorrow. It's been very humid up here too as well, Ken. But we've been doing good. We got 23 people on, 15 thumbs up. We appreciate that, guys. Felicia Craft and Adventures, hello from Knoxville. Well, hello. Hope these storms aren't too bad. Just lots of wind here now. We've been getting some rain earlier today, but we've been doing pretty good the rest of the time, so we're doing good. Your internet needs to be working much better. It is. We've got the new internet now. It's working really well. One of the things that my brain just went to a blank. One of the things I wanted to tell you about is that me and ELYN actually got a phone call, or we texted yesterday and got a text, not a phone call, from Colby and Missy over at the Max Happy Homestead. And if you notice tonight, for you guys that watch them, I know Grammy Karen's a big fan. They're usually on right before we are, but they own a cabin in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, and they're in town. So me and ELYN jumped in the car early yesterday morning, and we drove all the way up to past right at Knoxville, right before you get into Gatlinburg, about an hour and 45 minutes, hour and 50 minutes, and went swimming in the creek with the kids and had a wonderful time. ELYN had one of the best times she's had in a long time, and then went back to their cabin and ate a beautiful dinner. Missy made a beautiful dinner. They brought chicken from their homestead. They brought squash and zucchini straight from the garden, and then we had some potatoes that we went and got and picked up, and just absolutely wonderful, wonderful people. Grammy Karen, I'm sure they would have came right over and let you drive right on down, or whatever they needed to do. But we had fun. We're going to plan on doing it again, and we actually discussed Grandma Karen, we discussed you and Jen and Zach and the kids. So maybe next time we can all get together and enjoy some time. Right now is, it's not really the right time to get crazy numbers of people together, but I have quite a bit of buffering on my end, too many on the internet here. We will be troll watching though. You're good, Fairy Tale Creation. Thank you very much. I think we got a lot of mods on here, and I know that you guys have not been feeling real well, so just sit back and enjoy the ride for the night. And if you need to go lay down, go lay down. So, but we had a great time. We ended up not getting in until about 1:30 in the morning. Hence my brain not working on all cylinders. Because after we got up early this morning and fed, and I didn't really do much today. A little bit of cleaning. That's about it. Cooked dinner. We had spaghetti and meatballs tonight for dinner. That picture is a little cricket, but how beautiful is that, guys? That is from Miss Bonnie. Is a picture that she did us. I showed it to you guys last week. It's sitting cricket right now, but it's pretty good. But I'm going to tell you what. That's only an hour, about an hour and 50 minutes away where we went and enjoyed the day with them. And the creek water here is about bone chilling. And the creek water up there was about 15 to 20 degrees warmer, and the kids had a blast. Now, they're from Mississippi. If you don't know the Macs, they're from Mississippi. So it was really cold to them, but for us, we were like, woohoo. So it was pretty neat on how that one went. Hey, Carol, how are you doing? Appreciate you coming in, hanging out. So, yeah, we got 29 on, 20 thumbs up. And I appreciate all of you guys. I appreciate all you members that are there. Let me ask for the people that have joined up the memberships and stuff. Are you getting the notifications that says when there's a membership video that's up? Tried to upload 2 of them that are just for you. One was just explaining the memberships, and the other one was just a hey, how y'all doing type deal. And I'm going to try to do another one tomorrow, but I don't know if I need to contact you directly or how I have to do that. I'll have to go back and look at that. So yeah, there's the link for Max, the Max Happy Homestead channel. So, all right, Diana's saying no, she's not. Moon Farm saying no, she's not. Ken's okay. I will remedy that tomorrow because they are there. If you've not sent me your P.O. box or your home address and your email address, make sure you do that. I know I've got Ken's. I think I got Diana's. But, okay, so just make sure you get me that stuff if you've not. I had a Joe Biden ad on for the front of the line. Hey, guys, they don't let us choose what they throw up there on the ads. That man's dangerous, so I'll say that. We'll cancel out the Joe Biden commercial. What's up, Georgiana Malone? Good to see you. That guy is dangerous. That man is, and this is not a Democrat Republican thing. That man is just dangerous. I don't see your membership tab on your channel page. I know it's there. When I go in to log into it, it says join as well. So let's take a look here and see. There is a new app, guys, that YouTube offers now for you guys that have channels that looks like, well, let me take down this and see now. But this tells everything. This gives you all your analytics and everything. It's called the dashboard. It's everything that you need to actually know on your channel, and it's an app. I just got notification of it there for a while. Tinker's wife, try to restart. It should be good to go. You shouldn't be getting any buffering really. Hey Joe, what's going on? I just saw you come in there. Let's see, anybody else I've missed? Okay, it just says join. Yeah, it just says join. That's all it says is join for us. Buffering when you get on your phone. Now I'm off the phone now. I was just trying to show you guys that. So sorry. He was smiling. Your chant. He was. Smelling your channel, Chris. Everyone, hide your kids. I missed that. Must have missed something. I don't know. Hey, Narrowway Farms, how are you? That app is amazing. I use it. I am constantly watching my. Yeah, guys, we're back on point. At one time, us and the Stivers were kind of rising at the same thing, and then we had that slip where we were not being able to produce videos and stuff, and we fell off big time. And we've been stuck at that 5,000 mark for a while. And within the last 15 days, we went from 5,000 to 5,710. So we've picked up almost 400 new subs in the last 30 days or so. So thank you guys. And if you're new on here, thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting the channel and stuff. Absolutely amazing. Biden was smelling. Yep. I understand that. He's kind of an oddball. Almost 21 Stivers. Yeah, they're almost 21,000 now. It is unbelievable. It's amazing, and I love it because I like seeing good people flourish in this. Roots and Refuge. When I first joined Roots and Refuge back in the day, before I ever met them or anything, I think they were at 11,000 subs. 11,000 subs. And now how many subs are they at? Goodness gracious. Just amazing. When I joined Justin Rhodes was only at 40 or 50,000 when I joined him. So that's a big old ant crawling. Sorry guys, I had to get rid of that. Big old ant crawling up the wall. Got rid of him. You have almost 6K. Yeah, I'm right there. I'm growing. I mean, I think we'll hit 6K by the end of the month for sure. I don't want to get on my phone again because it'll start buffering. But yeah, we're at like 5,710, and I think 30 days ago we were right at like 5,130, somewhere in that 5,000 range. Jen Stiver looked amazing in her pretty dress on the last video. Jen Stiver always looks amazing. She's a wonderful mom, a wonderful wife. And as Zach's okay. I mean, come on. I remember Jess and Maya celebrating the 100,000. Yeah, we were all there. Didn't she moon? Yeah. Yes, she did. Didn't she moon? Got it. That was a tongue twister for me. Ants found my kid. Yeah, a little pea ant. This was a big ant. This ant was like that big. It was huge. That's why I was like, I got to kill him. So just really cool. If you're seeing the eggs and stuff for those, we don't have anybody. I've not seen anybody new coming in. Wendy, how are you? So anyway, we're doing great. We're going to read Romans chapter 10 today. And we're going to go ahead and do that and then get into a little bit of chickens. So I got to put on the old man spectacles because that's just the way we roll up here on the mountain. Let's see. All right. So if y'all are ready, I'm ready. Let's get some good word in. Narrowway Farms just passed my 100K. It was a fun. I'm telling you, it's just awesome to have those goals and stuff. So yeah, they are. We have some carpenter ants up in here. All right, Romans 10. Here we go. Brothers and sisters, my heart's desire and prayer to God and prayers to God for the Israelites is that they may be saved. For I can testify about them that they have zealous for God. They are zealous for God, but their zeal is not based on knowledge, since they did not know the righteousness of God and sought to establish their own. They did not submit to God's righteousness. Christ is the culmination of the law, so that there may be righteousness for everyone who believes. Moses writes this about the righteousness that is by the law. The person who does these things will live by them. But the righteous that is by faith says, do not say in your heart, who ascend into heaven, that is to bring Christ down, or who will descend into the deep, that is to bring Christ up from the dead. But but what does it say? But what does it say? The word is near you. Excuse me. But what does it say? The word is near you. It is in your mouth and in your heart. That is the message concerning faith that we proclaim. If you declare with your mouth Jesus is Lord, and you believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you will be saved. For it is with your heart that you believe and are justified, and it is with your mouth that you profess your faith and are saved. As Scripture says, anyone who believes in him will never be put to shame, for there is no difference between Jew and Gentile. The same Lord is Lord of all, and richly blessed all who call on him. For everyone who calls on the name of the Lord will be saved. How then can they call on the one they have not believed in? And how can they believe in the one of whom they have not heard? How can they hear hear out someone preaching to them? And how can anyone preach unless they are sent? As it is written, how beautiful are the feet of those who bring good news. But not all the Israelites accept the good news. For Isaiah says, Lord, who has believed our message? Consequently, faith comes from hearing the message, and the message is heard through the word about Christ. But I ask, did they not hear? Of course they did. Their voice has gone out into all the earth. Their words to the ends of the world. Again I ask, did Israel not understand? First Moses says, I will make you envious by those who are not who are not a nation. I will make you angry by a nation that has no understanding. And Isaiah boldly says, I was found by those who did not seek me. I revealed myself to those who did not ask for me. But considering Israel, he says, all day long I have held out my hand to a disobedient and obstinate people. Guys, that was a struggle for me to get through that one. For you guys that are new, that are sitting here watching, that may not be commenting and stuff, I have severe dyslexia, but that chapter is amazing. Let me go back and reiterate something here for you, because we were asked to read chapter 10, 9, and chapter 10, verse 9 and 10. And I want to go back and hit that because I want to pull that out of there because that was what was asked of me to read. And then I'll explain the reasoning behind why I choose not to just read. I'm almost there, guys. Why I actually choose to read the entire chapter versus just simple pieces and parts out of there. Hey, Melissa, how are you? Okay, so we were asked to read 9 and 10. If you declare with your mouth Jesus is Lord and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you will be saved. For it is with your heart that you believe and you are justified, and it is with your mouth that you profess your faith and you are saved. Okay, that's awesome. That chapter and verse is amazing because that's what you have to do. But you have to read everything. Because what they're saying in chapter 10, as I go through and I interpret it, and this is my interpretation of what I am reading here in the Bible, is that it doesn't take you just, it takes you just saying it. It takes you just accepting it. It takes you accepting it in your heart and speaking it with your mouth. But it also takes all these other things. You have to realize where you're at. Once you do that and say that, yeah, you're saved, you're ready. But now you have to live it. You have to take forth. Me and Ken talked about this just the other day. You not only have to take in and agree and understand that Jesus Christ was sent here by God to die on the cross to erase all of our sins. You have to eat that word of God. You have to absorb it. You have to reach for that knowledge. You have to go for that knowledge. You have to want and desire that knowledge. And then you have to pass that knowledge on. You have to continue it on. So when you're teaching your kids, you need to be teaching your kids not only the word of God, but how to spread the word of God. They don't need to be beating people with the word of God, but just simply through their actions and the words that they speak in general conversation will allow them to be able to spread the word of God. And in today, where we're at today, I'm going to go back and get on my box a little bit because I think that what is going on today in our society and our communities fits in perfectly for this scripture and what we're doing. We have too many people that have forgotten what this book is and why Jesus Christ came to earth and died for all of us. I don't think we have a racism problem in the United States between me and you. I don't think in most cases you have a racism problem between white and black. The racist aspect of this country is not the people. The racist aspect in this country is our political parties that have decided that we are worthless. And we have accepted that worthlessness when we are the most mighty people in the world. We have Jesus Christ in our heart and soul. We have accepted him. We need to learn his teachings. We need to carry on. And if we follow the good word, and if you just take it to the constitutional part, if you're not biblically committed, if you're constitutionally committed, we are all created equal. That's not just in the Bible, which is to me the most important, but that's in our Constitution. I don't care what color you are. My daughter is of mixed race. My daughter is Japanese and American. Not white. She's not black. She's not Japanese. She's not Asian. She's not any of that. She's American. And I love each and every one of you. I do not care the color of your skin. I don't care anything. Understand. I heard this law professor tonight speak on Tucker. On I think I saw it popped up on Tucker, whatever he is from Fox. Like I said, I'm not party affiliated, but he was talking about how he was going to teach his children not to trust white people. That he would teach them that. Now this is a well-educated man that believes that he should teach his sons not to trust white people. That's racism at its best. Okay? It's race. Tucker Carlson, there you go. Racism at its best. I don't care what color you are. I'm not going to judge you at any point. I'm going to weigh and measure you as you are as a human being. Our problems are not because of race. Our problems are because of these political monkeys, these political hacks, these political dinosaurs that we have that keep driving wedges within our community, that bring down the black community by killing the babies, by removing the fathers from the home, by making it more incentivized through welfare systems and things of that nature there. And the crazy part is it's not just the black community. It's in the lower class white communities as well. You come to these Appalachian Mountains and you walk through these and you'll see the exact same thing happening. Now, it's not in an inner city program. It's in the mountains. It's to white, it's to black, it's to whoever is of a lesser economic status than those that are sitting in the offices up there. And the bad part is we have to get back to where we love one another and we fight together to fix the problems that we have. And the problem's not your targets. Your problem's not, they're part of the problems because there's the big money behind it. But when you're burning down a Target or you're breaking into a pawn shop that's locally owned by an individual and you're stealing, robbing, and blowing stuff up that's not anywhere related to your cause, that's wrong on any level. It doesn't matter what color you are or where you're at. protesting and going after the source of the problem in whatever way you deem necessary, I support you 100%. Go at it. Get it done. When they went after that police station that was there, I'm a retired police officer, a federal law enforcement officer. Guess what? That was where the problem was. And if you're going to do it, it's going to be nasty. And that's where you went. And I'm not advocating violence on any way, but if you're going to do it, don't go after an innocent person. It's not a black and white thing, guys. Please hear me. I'm not saying that just because I'm some hillbilly white guy. It's all tattooed up. Race has never meant anything to me. Some of my best friends, some of my greatest people that I know are black, are Hispanic. We have Hispanic in our family. I don't care. I don't care. I love you. I love you no matter what color your skin is. I love you no matter what your religious background is. I love you whatever your life choice is. I may not love some of the things you do, but I love you. And I want you to understand that Jesus loves you. And that if we would work together and we learn to fight together to fix the problem, and the problem is sitting up there in DC. That's where the problem is. That's where the racists are. And it's on both sides of the aisle, Democrat and Republican. They're both so screwed up that it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. You know, when you keep fathers out of homes and you declare mass genocide on a community, and that's what's happened with the black community, is mass genocide has been there. And it's not cops shooting black men and women, and it's not white people shooting black men and women. It's not black men shooting black men and women. It's political parties coming in and setting up programs like Planned Parenthood that come in and kill millions. Listen to me, millions of black babies. Now that's not a white man doing that. That's a political party doing that. And that's the problem. I don't care what you think when it comes to pro-choice or what it is. When you look at it as a whole and you back up out of that window and take a good hard look, that's mass genocide. That's Hitler style eradication of a race. And that's not be done by white cops or black cops or cops in general. That's being done by a federal government. That's not a state and local program. That's a federal government plan. Now, I'm going to jump off of that and go away from that conversation. But please understand that I love each and every one of you. It's not about anything about your religious choices. It's not about the color of your skin. It's not about your sexuality. I love you. Jesus Christ loves you. It doesn't matter what you think about him. He still loves you. He's still there with you. And matter of fact, he's probably carrying you if you're having those issues and anything and all the above. The thing is you have to accept him, and he'll help you through whatever it is. But he still loves you even if you don't. He really does. He doesn't want anybody to fail. That's why he sacrificed his son. That's why God sacrificed his son. And if you don't think Jesus Christ is still living, then I'm not talking to you on this computer. Because he's living right here. He's talking to me right now as I'm talking to you. He's coming through me as hard as you can imagine. And he's saying, I love you. And he's saying, I love you just like I love my brother Simon Townsend, who just come on here. That's my brother-in-law, guys. That's the husband of my sister that passed away. And he's a great dad. And he loves the Lord. And you know what? He's from the day I met Simon till today, he's seen the growth within me, and I've seen the growth within him. and we can make that same growth go on and figure out where we're at in this nation. But I really, 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 really wish that people could understand that, yeah, there are racist people. There are groups, but it's a very small majority of people that are racist. It's political. The political parties are the ones that are pushing racism. They are the ones, both sides, that are pushing. You got to hate black people and you got to hate white people. So anyway, like I said, let's talk about some chickens. Simon is a wealth of knowledge on chickens too, so I hope he stays on for a few minutes, even though it's an hour and 45 minutes past his bedtime. That's on a good night. So we're going to talk about chickens. Hey, Simon, don't mention on here about what I've been working on. Nobody knows yet. You got shh. You can't tell anybody. So, all right, Melissa. I think Melissa's the one that chose this subject. Yes, it was. Melissa. So, you asked us to talk about chickens because I think you just got chickens. Let us know what kind of chickens that you have, and we'll get into talking in this line of subject, this educational part of this video tonight, or this live tonight, and we'll talk about chickens. So we just received 20 Rhode Island Reds, and we ended up getting 6. They sent us an extra. We ordered 5. They sent us an extra white legger. They call them white leggers, and they're a white chicken layer. And ELYN wanted white eggs because we have blue, green, brown, and we have one chicken that lays almost a pink egg. It's very light tan, pinky color. And then she wanted white. So basically, we don't have to decorate eggs for Easter. So we have them all. Nope. Moon Farm, he is a Tennessee boy wholeheartedly. So we have those, and we got them. They were about this big, 2 days old by the time we got everybody here and everything done. And now they're about this big around. So they're big and plump. So pretty neat. We just made a new chicken coop that's 8 feet by 6 feet by 8 feet, with 6 laying boxes, and it's about 5.5 feet tall in the back, and it slopes down to about 4.8 for watershed, and then it will end up having 3 runs, so that I can actually pasture rotate off of these 3 runs, and they'll have a month before they're back on to the or 3 weeks before they're back on the first one to give it time to grow and get ready, because I really can't do a chicken tractor up here. It's the way that I've got the farm set up. It doesn't really work. Thrifty VGs, how are you? J Love Adventures, how are you? Duncan 1900, how are you? I know I missed those names there earlier, so we hope you're doing good. Okay, where does Melissa go? Did she ever comment on what kind of chicken she had? I had my nice chicks running loose in the living room. It was fun. Yeah, your chicks and running in the living room. We used to have chickens running in the houses all the time in this area. Country Homestead Preacher, how are you and the ladies, brother? Good to see you on here, and I hope everybody is doing great. Yes, Rhode Island Reds, production blue, Brahma lavender, or I can't say that word, and Bantams. Awesome. All right, Melissa. Well, here's after what you've just said there, Rhode Island Reds, and I'm going to start this conversation off of what she has. Your Rhode Island Reds are going to tend to be a little more aggressive. They're not like, they won't hurt you, but they tend to, like, when you feed them and stuff, they're like, whoop, they'll like gang up on you quick. So don't let that like freak you out if you've not had chickens before, which I don't know if you have or haven't. And then your Bantams tend to be a little bit aggressive because they're small and they got to have a lot of oomph to back it up. But everything else there looks pretty good. I love Brahmas. I think they're beautiful. They're one of the most beautiful big birds that you've ever seen. But great choices on all those. A friend just found her favorite chicken dead. I missed something. I just saw favorite chicken was dead. That wasn't good. One of your biggest one of your biggest issues with chickens and stuff is I don't know what I just did. I popped something. Sorry, guys. Anyway, with chickens is crows and rats. And you will think you don't have rats, and you'll have rats if you have chickens. Rats and chickens just go together. So get you some poison or some traps to catch those. If you want traps so you don't have to put poison out, contact Big Bear Homestead. Jason has some amazing kill traps that you can set up that work phenomenally. And I can't suggest anybody else other than him to go grab a hold of those. So do that. And if you have chickens and you think you don't, grab some traps because you will, and you'll have some more. A friend just found her favorite chicken dead. The only thing she could find on it was it looked like it had been wet from the neck up, but couldn't find anybody. That's a black snake, Duncan. That's a black snake went in and tried to eat it. The bird was too big for it, and it couldn't swallow it. What area is she in, Brenda? But that's a black snake. I'm 99% sure on that one. Cats take care of our pets. Yeah, cats do a wonderful job. I like cats in a barn cat. I don't like cats in a house. But you are absolutely correct on that. I saw a darn crow carry off a duckling. Me and ELYN watched the other day. We watched crows go over, get into a nesting duck, pick up the eggs, take them to the top of a pine tree, drop them, and then come down and eat the yolks out of the inside of it. We watched them do it 2 or 3 times the other day. Bears for all of your predator. Yeah, Jason at Big Bear Homestead is absolutely who you want to call for any questions or contact or watch his videos because he's got a ton of them out on predator control. I have now 34 chickens, 8 1-year-old, 2 that are 10 weeks, 11 that are weeks and 10 weeks, 11 that are weeks, and 15 that are 4 weeks. Whew. That's a lot. We're up to now 32. I think it's 32. Let's see, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 30, 33. We're up to 33 birds right now. So, hey, Shane, Alaska, in Alaska. Single dad, thank you. I was worried about my selection, but I will be adding silky soon, as told they are the best. That we're looking for a good breed of silkies ourselves, Melissa. That is one that we're going to add, and I'm going to add 3 or 4 for that purpose of being able to go broody. Simon, my brother-in-law Simon has raised off hundreds of chicks at a time. I know when him and my sister had their first child together, my goodness, he had the barn full of chicks when Colton came into this world. I mean, you had hundreds, didn't you, Simon, that were there? And he did a real good job with them and getting them done. But yeah, your selections are great. You have great egg layers. The Rhode Island Reds are amazing egg layers and some of the most prolific egg layers. So you'll be happy with that. Our dogs are good alarms when there's a predator out and about. Our property is small though, so it's easy to keep an eye out. Yeah, it's a little bit interesting to see. I had 30 pairs of show bantams. He had one little rooster, and that little bad boy would chase you all over the yard. And he got a hold of Colton at one time, if I'm recalling correctly. Have you asked Patera? Who are we asking Patera about? What was the question? Lots of chicks. Yes, you did have lots of chicks. I also have New Hampshire Reds. I've never had those, Gossmania, and welcome. I just saw you on here. I'm glad you're here. Appalachian Homestead, I think that's the big channel's name. Yeah, Appalachian Snuck duck eggs. Yeah, silkies will sit on it. You put an ostrich egg underneath a silky and it'll try to hatch it. White House on the Hill, I think they did an emu egg underneath, and that egg's that big around. Try to do an emu egg underneath one too. But White House on the Hill is a good one to learn about birds. If you want any type of fowl, they're a really good one. Let's see. Your dad knocked him out with a 2-4. Yeah, I remember that. Patera is a YouTuber, very smart. Yeah, we've actually been to the Appalachian Homestead convention last year with Mims and them. So, yeah, I know who Patera is. I just didn't know what the question was. Gossmania. I need to research chickens for cold weather that lay brown eggs. I think Rhode Island Reds would do fine for you, Shane. What do you think there, Simon? I think Rhode Islands would be fine, especially if you did your coop the correct way and kept some type of a light. Sorry about that, guys. Kept some sort of a light on them and built your coop the correct way. I think they would be fine. If I'm not mistaken, I've seen other people in Alaska raise Rhode Island Reds up that way. Silkies are just a pretty bird too, and they're really, really, really good. Good mamas, absolutely. Petra might have a suggestion for silky purchases. I got you, Carol. We have a couple of people around here. Simon's colleagues that he works with as a surveyor, they run the animal auction in this area. So if I tell Simon next week, hey, let Tommy and them know, and they have a little homestead too, that I'm looking for some silkies, they'll keep their eyes out for when they come in and then let me know that there's some at the auction, and I'll go down there and try to get that. If it's real cold, Brahmas are good. Smaller combos, not as much for frostbite, feathers, legs too. Okay, so Brahmas, Simon's saying Brahmas for you, Shane. So look into the Brahmas. They are a big, beefy, feathery bird that tend to do really well. But once again, I think it's also your structure. I think you got to get a good structure built. Just for anything else that you raise up that way, I think it's just how it is. So, gotcha. Georgia thinks they're requiring a minimum of 10. I just want one or two hens. Yeah. Let's see. We can get to 30 for weeks on end. They lay okay, but not the best. Simon's saying the Brahmas lay okay. They're not the best. They do lay some big eggs. So your quantity might not be as much, but your thing. And then if you're a baker, if you're somebody that wants to use your eggs in your cooking and your baking and stuff, you need to get ducks. Duck eggs are so much better for baking, and they're absolutely better. I am probably going to order maybe 15 to grow and sell Mims's Garden. If you want 5, I can maybe keep 10 and you 5 for the order. Okay. Hey, Chris. Hey, Garden for Cheap. What's going on, Rachel? Good to see you in here. Trying to keep up with everybody. We were talking about the eggs and going through and processing them and different things that you can do for your eggs. So let's talk about that, because I think the egg part is as important to talk about as the chicken themselves. Rhode Island Reds are a good dual-purpose bird. The Brahmas are a good dual-purpose bird for laying and meat both. You don't get as much meat off of the Rhode Island Reds, but if you have to, you can. There's Bonnie. How are you doing, Bonnie? We were just talking about your picture was cricket on the wall. So, and I meant to text you back, but we've been crazy the last 2 days. So when we're talking about the eggs, you can do a couple of different things. You can take and do mineral oil on your eggs, and that'll allow them to store very well. You don't want to wash your eggs. If you're washing your eggs are going to have to go in the refrigerator. If you're going to keep them and they're not real dirty, just put them in a carton and set them up and wash them as you get them out of the carton. If you have weak egg shells, you need to be giving your chicken some type of a calcium. I like crushed oyster shell. You can also use egg shells, crush them up, and feed them back into the feed for the chickens. I don't like that. I have no scientific proof for them, but I've seen where I've done that, and I've shared. Hey, Sharon, how are you? I've put those eggshells back in there, and I tend to have more hens that'll go and start, or roosters will go and start eating the eggs as they're laid. How did you hurt your knee, Rachel? And then other thing I do is I do add diatomaceous earth into my feed about every 3 to 4 days. I just put a little bit in there, and then when I scatter the feed, I like to do that with all my animals. I put it in my gardens, everything. Duck eggs, like Bonnie's saying, duck eggs are the best for if you bake and you cook. You need to have ducks on the farm. Ducks, their eggs. I like the flavor of them better than a chicken egg, but they are absolutely phenomenal for baking. If you're baking anything, use duck eggs. It'll come out 20 times better than what it was. So, ask some questions, guys. Melissa, you asked some more questions about the chickens and stuff. I'd like to eventually get chickens, but my son is still mad at me about getting bees. Well, the things with chickens, if you don't get the rooster, they're not loud at all. I'm allergic to duck eggs. Found that out the hard way. Well, that's crazy. Tracy? Wanda Garland, how are you? Just saw you up there. I'm trying to keep up with everybody as you guys are coming in. Get out of here, stink bug. I also got Blue Wyandottes, beautiful bird, Barred Rocks and Americanas and Olive Eggers with all the chickens I told. You guys have a ton. You guys have as many chickens as you do kids. You know that was a joke, but you have beautiful children. Let's see. From chick to chicken, how long until they start laying eggs? They can lay between 2 and 4 months old, Jane. 2 and 4 months old, and they usually will start laying. If you're in a colder environment, it might take them a little bit longer, but 2 to 4 months is a good guess. Okay, guys, I'm out. Good luck with all the new chickens, guys. Carly says, hi, Uncle Chris. Love you, Carly Grace. You're still Spider Monkey. Yes, I paused. She'll be fussing at me in a minute. So they are not quiet in chicken-free HOA when some of them are like, oh no, hens are not as loud as roosters is what I should have said. But when a hen is laying, and 9 times out of 10, hens are very proud of producing that egg, in which they should be. But they are. Wish I knew for sure how many cockerels there are. Hello, so far I'm pretty sure. Oh, how many roosters you got? Turn them into soup, Mims. That's why you live on a farm. I have black sex lynx. They're a great bird too. And golden comets are a beautiful bird. I've never owned golden comets. When we decided to buy these new birds, we already have one full-blooded Rhode Island Red, and then we have 2 Rhode Island Red White Leggers mix that we have, and then we have 2 Buffalo Orringtons. And then both of our roosters are olive eggers. So we have those. So we wanted to kind of get our flock into one way, because this is going to be ELYN's job. These new birds are hers, and she's going to raise them. And we've already worked out a deal to sell the eggs. So she's going to be eggs to a small gas station that sells fresh eggs. And hopefully we'll be putting those out. And we have several other people that want eggs on a regular basis. And she's going to be able to take and put that money up and have that for herself. I will be getting hens that are dual purpose, but I also have a duck, and she just hatched her ducklings, 10 of them. Why would the chickens peck at other hens' tail feathers? Are you sure that it's the hens? Because a lot of times, if you have multiple roosters, even if they're young, they'll wear the hens out, and they end up plucking out all of their tail feathers. And that's even at 2 and 3 and 4 months old. So if you'll watch, sometimes their actions of the roosters will tell what they are before you can tell what they are. I have 10 duck eggs in the incubator. Wanda, ducks are amazing. We decided if any of our chickens are roosters, we're going to build them their own coop and keep them as guard dogs. I have two extremely nice roosters. They will come up to me and let me bet. Yeah, our roosters are not bad. Our big rooster has spurs on him about that long, and my young rooster gets beat up by him quite a bit. So we got to get him in with his own lady soon. Yeah, I ordered all these birds when we ordered them. We ordered them straight run hens, or not straight run. We ordered all hens, not straight run. For that, do you need a rooster for eggs? No, you do not. Hens will lay, and they'll lay just as good. If you're wanting to hatch the eggs at some point in time so you can keep your flock fresh, you want a rooster. And the other part, Shane, with the rooster is that you can coop them separately, make them their own little run and stuff, and keep them separated. And then if you want to throw a hen in there for a while, you can throw one or two hens in there. He'll make fertile eggs with them fairly quickly, and then you can either let one of them go broody or get silkies like a lot of us are talking about, and they will lay hatch, and then you have good eggs for later. And that's the key for sustaining. A lot of times when you're looking at a hen of when she's going down in egg production, if you're going to eat her or whatever you're going to do, you can look at their feet. Their feet and their cones will start to get paler. I tend to see that their feet, if they have really yellow feet, and same with the rooster, they'll start to get white. And you know that that's about the time that you're going to want to either sell them or eat them or do what you're going to do with them. But they're at the point where they're no longer going to justify the feed that goes into them. When you get a large number of birds like Gossmania has, like we're going to have, when you're over 30 birds or more, your feed bill, you're going to find out that you need to either get eggs or you need to get meat. And you need to be getting it regularly to justify the amount of feed that you're putting in them. Because when you're talking about, if you're just feeding them Demore pellets or crumble, you're talking $13 or $14 a bag. If you're feeding them organic food, you're talking $23 to $30 a bag. So you think about that, and for 30 birds, it's going to take you, man, if you're feeding them 2 scoops a day for 30 birds, that's about the minimum if you've got them on good grass. You're going through a bag of feed every 3 to 4 weeks. So I have not, but I will do separate them, roosters from hens. You don't have to separate it. I'm just saying if you don't want to have fertile eggs and you don't want to have that chance of cracking an egg open and figure that out. But you're referring back to if they're pulling out their feathers. I have not, but yeah, if you have more than one rooster, it'll overbreed your chickens. Ken, just for steading, actually got some birds from my nephew and my father, and they were completely bald in the back, and they look like horrible birds. They're all great birds, and within the next 3 to 4 months, are going to look great. But even the rooster, he got a huge, beautiful Rhode Island red rooster, but he's aggressive to them as far as breeding, and he's still plucking their tail feathers out some too. But you can separate them out, and it's okay to do that. From one garden to another, how are you? Hello, thanks for the great information. I have just started my channel. I have one small video up, and I'm downloading my second. Super nervous. Love the YouTube community. From our garden to another, welcome and good luck on that. We will go check you out. I will write you down. What area are you in? From one garden to another. What area are you in from one garden to another? I do feed with oyster. Also, I had corn and sunflower seeds to mine and extend my feed. Yeah, you can add other stuff to extend it. I am in Missouri, Zone 6B. Thanks for the acknowledgement. You are welcome. We are in a 6B also here. We live in the top of the mountains in Northeast Tennessee. So literally you drive 15 minutes off the mountain, you're in a 7A, 7B. But up here, we are in a 6B also. You have some great channels in that area I'm sure you're familiar with. Doug and Stacy Off Grid. If you want knowledge, or you need to gain knowledge, or you want to share knowledge, I would suggest you go into the Homesteading Conference that Doug and Stacy go on. They limit the number of people and the number of tickets, and it is a knowledge gaining mecca. I mean, if you're wanting to get into bees, if you're wanting to know about predator control, if you want to know about holistic medicines, if you want your children to have a wonderful time, go check that one out. That is a good source there in your area, and they put their pants on. Doug is just like me, just taller and not as good looking. Stacy is amazing. She is an amazing person, and I owe her a lot. She's the one that helped me with these hands and get me on the kombucha so that I don't hurt so much. What's the ratio for roosters and hens? One rooster is all you need, really, and he can take care of 25 birds probably. I don't think that's too many for him to handle, and he's going to pick his favorites, and that's just the way it's going to go. But I would say 15 to 25 birds, and then separate them out. But you need to, what the thing is you need to have your roosters. You can have two roosters in the same area. If you got lots of hens, they'll figure it out pretty quickly. But take and figure out if you want to have two different sets. Like if you have an olive egger and you have a Rhode Island Red and you have Rhode Island Red chicks and you want to keep brown eggs, you need to go that way. If you're going to hatch off chicks and you have an olive egger and you want to get that blue and green egg, you need to let them breed and hatch off in a separate thing. But if you're trying to keep your Rhode Island Red so that you can hatch off those chicks and sell them as Rhode Island Reds, you need to keep them together. Now, if you want to hatch them off where they're having blue eggs, then you let that olive egger run in there and get his DNA in there. So are you concentrating from one garden to another? Are you concentrating on just gardening? Are you trying to homestead? What's your story in 3 or 4 sentences if you can? Let us know a little bit about yourself, and we'll continue on here. I was wondering but did not want to pry, but you all have it. Anna, I am so sorry. How is your mom? Oh, okay. Carol, that might be a Marco Polo conversation. Doug and Stacy are amazing people. Yes, I think we all have watched and enjoyed them. Plus, Roots and Refuge, all the big channels cover a lot of inspiring from gardening to all the zones. Let me see, catch up here. Life, all 3 of us do. She's doing better than poor boy and I both. Yep. I have 4, 1 lavender, Orpy, 3 bantams. Cool. As always, educational. Just wanted to pop in and say hi. I watched the replay tomorrow. Got to head to sleep. Good night, Bonnie. I know you're here way past your bedtime, but thank you for coming on and joining us. Tell your son we said hello. It's fine. Single Dad Homestead. It's public knowledge. Poor boy put it out there, so I'm cool with it. Okay. Sorry, Carol. I was just trying to direct that conversation a little bit away. We all love you and are praying for you, Mimsy. So everybody, pray for each other. We live on a 160-acre farm in Missouri. We have 100 head of sheep and about 40 cattle, and I love to garden. I have about 90 tomato plants in this year. That is awesome. I love it. That is a great deal. What kind of sheep do you have, and what kind of cattle are you doing? Milk cattle or beef cattle, or what are you doing? I'm kind of getting off from our. You got it, Mims. That's cool. We'll have to come over there and check you guys out. What's your sub count right now from one garden to another? We'll go over there and check you out and see what you got going on. Anna will be praying for you for sure. Yes. I was going to ask everybody to do the prayer wall thing again if you've got one. And Dottie, what's going on? It's winter in Australia. Does it ever truly become winter in Australia, Dodie? I mean, in Fahrenheit, does it ever get nighttime, not nighttime, during the day, does it ever get like, do you snow? Do you have snow? That is a dream of mine. I've been all over the world, but I've never been to Australia or New Zealand. And I really, really want to make that happen one day. From one garden to another, your garden is awesome. Fairy Tale Creation has already went over and stocked you out from one garden to another. We have cattle and hair sheep, and we raise Black Angus. I literally just uploaded my first video yesterday. I had 3 subs when I checked on. You're live. Check it again. You may be surprised. You may have a few more. Let's see. We get a high of 16 today here in South Australia. I grew up 1 hour away from snow. Gotcha. I just had to give you a hard time. I have had so many friends tell me to start a YouTube channel for months, and I am just jumping in. You enjoy it. Here's the one thing in my piece of advice to you from one garden to another. Don't let YouTube overwhelm you to where you're at a point where you think you have to put out movie quality videos. There are a lot of channels on here right now in this chat, and a lot of them do great jobs on editing. This guy ain't one of them. I shoot my videos and I throw them on. What is going on, Eli Van Hoy? You're coming from Florida. Eli is my stepson, and they are on vacation this week. They are down there by Miss Carol, chilling out on the beach with his daddy. How are you guys doing? And are you having fun? Have you caught a shark yet? Have you been fishing? If not, make your dad rent you a fishing pole on the dock and go catch me a shark. I want a hammerhead shark. Let's see. Yep, you're up to 10 now from one garden to another. I started gardening again about 2 years ago, little at a time. My job doesn't give me time to do what I want to do. I want to homestead, but not enough room for animals. Well, Melissa, you just got chickens, and here's my thing. We're sitting on just about 2 acres. I guess total amount of garden space that we have using this year is a couple of thousand square feet is what we're using. Maybe closer to 3,000 if you put it all in linear footage. We're working on some other stuff in that neighborhood, and we're getting rid of the goats. We've already harvested all our pigs, and we will only be doing a pig if it's going to be pinned. It's not going to be free range because we just don't have enough property to do it. We are going to go completely poultry. We may do rabbits. I'm not sure. But I think that chickens, you're getting your protein, you're getting your eggs, you're getting a renewable source coming in here. You got stung by a jellyfish, Eli. Me and Dad and Jonica caught some crabs earlier, and I found ELYN a dolphin souvenir. You are awesome. That's what a big brother does. And where did you get stung by a jellyfish at? And are you still crying? Because I would be. Miss Mims says, hello and ouch. 60 isn't too bad. 33 is burr, yes. Let me see. Let me go back to where I was talking about here. Oh man, I thought I was something entirely different. What can we do to help? Need anything sent to y'all? Yep. We've We've been on her pretty good there, Moon Farm. Eli, and this is not a joke. This is not a joke. Carol's down in Florida. She may be able to suffice and back me up on this, but I don't know if she will. But you can pee on a jellyfish sting, and it helps it not hurt as bad. And I would have peed on myself if I would have got stung by a jellyfish. Just letting you know, it would have happened. But yes, there it is. Have you thought about or wanted turkeys? Absolutely. Gosmania, the turkeys are here. You're in Neverian Beach, Florida. Yeah, we want turkeys. We're going to end up doing turkeys and chickens. We may do some pheasants. I am not doing quail anymore. I have the 3 left. They produce eggs like crazy, but the work that goes into them and the feed cost that goes into quail is just not. And there you go. Dodie says the same thing. Pee. I don't know if she's saying she'd pee on, or they would pee on themselves if they got stung, but I would. But peeing on the sting actually helps it not hurt. Let's see. Eli Van Hill, get meat tenderizer or vinegar on the jellyfish. Pee works too, but a bit gross. See? Aha! Old Pops Chris knew what he was talking about. Watch out for sharks, Eli. Mim says they had several tiger sharks in Nirvana this week close to the shore. Yep. Plus, we are in town, and I want to clear some area. Have rabbits. I want their meat and fertilizer. LOL. I don't even have half an acre, but I am making it work. Hey, Melissa, the quail would work great for you because if you're on that small of an area, you can actually raise them in your garage. You can tier them, give them long things so they can move around and stuff, and they do great because they can still move. They're still free grazing. You can feed them. You can do the things you need to do and set them up really nice. You got stung 4 or 5 hours ago. Wow. But quail and rabbits on a small area is absolutely wonderful. I mean, because you can raise meat rabbits are like quick, just like meat birds. You can get like order the minimum of 15 meat birds at a time, and you'd be surprised. You're looking at 10 weeks. If you stay on the cleaning of those meat birds aren't as disgusting as everybody says they are. They're not the cleanest bird in the world, but they're not that bad if you stay on top of them. But you could raise meat birds, do rabbits and quail, and you got protein galore that can reproduce quickly for you. And it's right under my arm. It's not in reach. Eli, have your daddy pee on it. Come on. I had to say it, buddy. I had to. You can also breed your own meat birds. Yeah, absolutely. Yes, sir. My thinking exactly. Yeah, you're set up. I mean, guys, you can, if you've got a 25 by 25 backyard someplace, you can raise food. I mean, you can put in a heck of a garden in 25 feet by 25 feet that will really do a good job. Turkeys are great around. Turkeys are like a dog. They do wonderful on that. Goats are the absolute. I'm telling you guys, goats are the absolutely. And you're talking about small farms. I'm kind of getting off of that, but goats are absolutely the best farm animal I think you can have. Yeah, I think it was just a moon jellyfish. I think it's called. That's just crazy, Eli. That's just crazy. But yeah, goats to me are the most entertaining and fun and loving. They're noisy as can be at times, but man, they are amazing. Eli, while you're down there, make your daddy buy you some stone crab claws and eat them for me, because that's my favorite. And it'll cost your dad a lot of money. Tell him I'm sorry, but that's my favorite. What time is it? Where you are? It's 10 here. It's 11:12 here, Eli. You're an hour difference where you're at. Now, in Australia for Dodie, what time is it in Australia right now, Dodie? You got people from Australia, Florida, Mississippi, Texas. I'm trying to catch where everybody's from on here. You got people from Ohio all time. It's 12:45 p.m. here, so lunch. It's lunchtime over in Australia, Eli. So yeah, if you guys need to tweet me. If you guys need to get a hold of me, hit me up on my email address that's right up above there. P.O. box number is listed above. Melissa, we did get your package. Thank you very much for the seeds and stuff, and ELYN's looking forward to that. We still have time to get those kinds of seeds in the ground, and we still have to plant ELYN's flower garden still. So, but she's got time to get those in and be done. So, got Canada in the house. We got people from everybody. Has anybody heard from the busy little house? I've not seen her on the 2 or 3 times that I've gotten to get on alive. Has anybody heard from Karen while we're talking about different places? I've not gotten to watch her videos or anything, and I was thinking about her today. Jay Loves Adventure is in the house at 11:13 in Ohio. She's been busy with her garden. Yeah, that girl has got a beautiful garden. 912 in Utah. I am at 4 now. I am. She's doing good. Today was her birthday. I will have to send. I didn't get a notification of that. I will have to send that girl a birthday. Congrats. So good to go. Is there anybody else that we need to be really, really hard praying for? Mims is on the top of the list for me right now. There's a lot of other people that are on top of the list, but Mims and Terry and her mom. I want everybody to make sure you get in an extra one for everybody, but that's good. Bye, all. Quick visit because I have to go back to work. Blessings to Australia. Yep, don't forget Baker Creek Seeds. We still are supporting those guys, and they're supporting us big time, and we love them tremendously. I'm looking for a privacy hedge that is safe to plant near water lines for 6A. Holly. I would think holly would do great. And if you back them off, I don't think they're going to bust your water lines or anything. But I would say holly would be a good one for safety and stuff. Need prayer. Storm caused some roof damage. Yeah, we will pray for you too, Gossmania. I know that this isn't about me, but if you want to check out or subscribe to my YouTube channel, it would help. Hey, Eli's on here sub-seeking there, boys and girls. Eli is my stepson. You little troll. Somebody block that kid. Just joking. Don't block him. Central Texas, 10:30. Here, good. I'm so happy to hear that you and ELYN got my package. I was worried if it made it to you. Yes, it did, and she was very, very excited. So she had such a wonderful time with the Max yesterday. It was crazy. Got Central Washington in the house. You should have told me on Marco that you had a channel. Uh-oh, you and Mim's been Marco Pulling. Boy, Terry will come after you talking to another man's wife. I've taught you better than that. Oh, my goodness. You will meet Mimsy soon, Eli. Hopefully everything goes well and good. Put her on your prayer list tonight too, buddy. Miss Mimsy and her husband and mama need some prayers. They've been a little sick. So, but guys, we have been on here for an hour and 20 minutes. For everybody that's joined the membership page, I will work very, very hard on clarifying and getting that fixed up. I missed something because it's allowing me to list it as members only, but I don't know if I need to go and add because all of you guys are already in that members thing. So I don't know. I don't know what to do about that. So we'll have to figure that out. Mims, I'm just I'm just giving him a hard time. I'm talking in circles now because I'm tired. So we're going to end this here. God bless. Live with what God gives you. And we're out of here. Good night, everybody. Thank you very much for coming in and joining.